Unboxing Adventure Pluma EOLE135. Adventure hat. Cage bag. Exhaust. Back plate for the harness. Light harness with the carbon fiber seat board. Adventure Pluma carbon fiber paramotor. Start out with, we're going to put the Kevlar back plate for the harness on. It protects the pilot if anything ever come loose on the motor or whatever, that way they can't get to you. Put the harness on. Start out, we're going to hook the top. Just snaps right in. Harness has two loops, a red loop and a black loop. We recommend going with the black loop unless you're a really short person, under 5'5". Slide it on and put your bolt back in with the big flat washer against the harness, and then the lock washer and the bolt. And just snug them down with a little Allen wrench that comes in your tool kit. Safety strap here on your harness. We're going to show how to run it. It goes from the inside of your harness and it runs to the outside of the weight shift arm, and then you just hook it into your carabiner. Just like that. Runs down, through, and to your harness. We'll do the same for the other side. All the Adventure units, you got two attachment points. The front one is for the EOLE135 or the Moster 185. The back one is for the 80cc HE80. All right, we got our safety straps mounted. Side straps here on the side of the harness. We'll wait to mount those until we get the cage hoop on. This is an Adventure throttle. This one here is set up for right hand. You can get it for right or left hand. They have the tach hour meter built in inside of it, so it's nice and flush. Then electric start buttons right there on the front. Very nice, comfortable throttle. We're going to mount the exhaust on the EOLE135. Line your two bolts up, rubber exhaust mounts, flat washer, and then a lock nut that goes on.
washer spring on the bolt.
Got the bolt with flat washer, spring, and then we slide it in. Usually put the nut towards the motor side.
Flat washer.
So you bolt through, put your flat washer on, and then your lock nut. Just go ahead and repeat that step for all 3 bolts. Just take the 10mm wrench and a ratchet, tighten it down. And make sure you get that nut tightened up so that bolt. 13mm wrench, tighten up your 2 main exhaust bolts. Just snug. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna assemble the hoop on the Adventure Pluma. Unzip your cage bag. You'll find 4 rods. Get 2 different lengths of rods. Longer, 2 longer and 2 shorter rods. Longer rods go up top. Just slip them in the hole. 2 short rods go on the bottom on each side. We'll work our way both up on each side, and we put our top section in last. Next step is make sure this ring is pulled through all the netting loops, and then we're going to hook this ring through the tube there on the side of the harness and then snap it into the main body of the Pluma. Push the little pin in. She slides right in. Make sure when you push it, make sure you hear a nice click, so make sure it's locked. And we'll repeat the same process for the other side. The last step of tightening your netting, take that little bungee strap. Alright, now your netting cage hoop is installed on your Adventure Pluma. Alright, this one here, we got the E-prop. You have your choice of a helix or E-prop with your motor. This customer chose to go with the E-prop. A little bit more thrust, a little bit lighter, and they spool up just a little bit faster than what the helix does. It fits the EOLE135 a little bit better. A plate on each side, and your 4 bolts that go through to hold the prop. We're going to go ahead and we'll install it onto the motor. You notice the prop plate has 6 bolts. That's in case you go with the helix prop now, or down the road you change the helix prop plate. Your prop plate is set up for that also. We'll tighten these up and we'll torque these down to 105 inch-pounds. So we got our torque wrench set to 105 inch-pounds. We're going to go ahead and we're going to tighten our bolts down. We're doing it kind of like a star pattern, just kind of like you would at car lug nuts. Kind of bring the tension down kind of equally on all of them, and then we'll go through and tighten them until the torque wrench starts to click. All right, we got our Adventure EOLE135 all assembled. We're going to go ahead and weigh it here. Show you what the actual in-flight weight, ready to fly with the harness, everything. 48.9 pounds, basically 49 pounds. That's a complete unit ready to fly. If you go with the titanium exhaust, you can drop another 5 pounds off. And then if you go with the carbon fiber hoop, you can drop another 2 pounds off. So initially you could get this down to around 42 pounds, completely ready to fly if you want. It's 25 horsepower, put out approximately 145, 150 pounds of thrust. With your Adventure EOLE135 on a Pluma, you'll get manual for the cage. There's also a manual in here for the engine too. You get charger for your electric start battery. You have a toolkit. You have another gas cap. This one here is for travel. You unscrew your other cap and you put this one on, then you can take the gas tank out. That way you don't have to worry about it leaking fuel. You got your battery. LiPo safe case, in case you have any battery problems, you don't have to worry about catching on fire. And optional prop covers if you decide to get those.